I wanted to follow up on the goaltending situation. It's obviously the hot button topic, and I've defended the goaltending to a point because you laid it out. Like last night, you can't lay that on goaltending because that was just poor play, being connected defensively, offensively, all of that type of stuff. But the noise is there, and it's been earned because Stuart Skinner has not had a great season. He has been up and down. He's been inconsistent. It's a guy who they relied on a lot. I think Pickard's been up and down as well, but he's been more consistent. What do you make of it? And is it something that they believe in and they're just going to power through and let him find his form? Or do you think that they will, at least grab somebody here before the deadline, even for depth, because the number 3 goaltender is Oliver Rodriguez?
Yeah, no, it's not ideal. It might be the E-bug. So this is what I believe. I think that he needs time to get his game in order. I would have actually started Skinner. I wouldn't start Skinner last night or tomorrow night against Montreal. I'd go with Pickard and allow him time to have time to goalie coach. He hasn't had that. You need to keep your game sharp as a goalie. And then the defensive play in front of him hasn't been good. And I think Skinner thrives under more consistent understanding where the shots are coming from. Kind of like Marty Brodeur. He knew where the pucks were coming from. When you don't and it's unpredictable, it's harder to read. So I would have given Pickard the starts both games and let Skinner find his game in practice with the coaching that they have there, because that's what goalies need. They need tune-ups and refining every now and then.
With Jason Strudwick. So Jack Hughes done for the year, shoulder surgery today. If we asked you if you're in the room in Edmonton, what if you're in the room in Jersey? Like, how do you possibly overcome an injury to your best player with 20 games left to go?
Well, isn't Dougie Hamilton? Did they say far? He just got hurt last night too.
He's out.
Top 50.
Top
Dougie.
50 Dougie. He is a top 50 guy,
week.
but he's out week to week. He's out too. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a big issue. So they were looking for a center. So now you're looking for 2 centers, and it's a challenge, right? I think I've challenged the Devils about the size up front. You need size, and that play with Jack Eichel, I don't think it was that dirty. I know Sheldon Keefe didn't like it. But it's hard to overcome. And now not 1, but 2 centermen you're looking for. So is that even possible? And then quite frankly, is it worth it? If we do get, let's say whoever say they try to get Brock Nelson, another center, are you as good with Brock Nelson as you would have been with Jack Hughes and someone else? So it's that I really feel bad. I feel bad for that type of situation. But I've said it before, and I mean, size matters up front. It really does. And you got to be able to move that puck quickly and then not get touched up heading into the playoffs.
So when you look at this group now, down the stretch, I think they're at home. They've got a pretty favorable schedule. They've been out east a few times. They had the 5-game road trip. They ended with the win in Carolina, which I thought Pickard was fantastic. Like that game really wasn't a huge win by the Oilers from a team game standpoint because Pickard made some huge saves. But if it's a reset, if it's rest, I'm not only looking at 97 or 29. Like, is it Hyman? Is it RNH? Is it, guys that are depth in this team? How do they find their game? How do they get to that next level and back to what they're capable of playing? And that's the biggest concern, I think, for a lot of people outside of Edmonton.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, again, I don't want to lie to you guys. I wasn't the most offensive players. I don't think my stats lie. But I know what I hated when I played against players that drive the blue paint all the time. And if you're watching the Oilers, are they getting to the blue paint enough? Whether that's and it's not just the default passing it back to the D-man and letting the D-man shoot it. What I like about Corey Perry is he'll take it from below the goal line and attack the net. And as a D-man, I hate that because now is he passing it? Is he attacking the front of the net? What's he doing? I'd like to see more guys do that. So I'm looking at Henrique, who's really good around the net. I'm looking at Brown, who definitely has that in his game. Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, who may not be naturally inclined to do that, but he's got to do it as well. So, and that's just a few of the forwards I'm thinking. Kapanen, Paul Colton drives the puck from below the goal line to the net and create chaos, and then you get into that habit of going there. And I think you'll score a couple more goals that way, and maybe get a bit lucky, and then maybe unlocks the game for 29 and 97.